All right, there's audio. What's up, guys? What's going on? Thank you for that. Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you guys. Thanks for letting me know there was no audio. Appreciate that, Seth. Thank you very much. I just got my tail whooped in a game of Azul, and we had some friends over, and we were finishing a game. That's very, very important. Sorry to make you guys wait. Let me see if I can get myself on the screen. In 3, 2, 1, activate. Boom. There I am in all of my glory. Good to see you guys. Welcome to Sunday Night Charts. We're going to jump into the analysis tonight. I think there's a chart, and you're looking at it right there, that might be telling a story. Maybe. We'll see. So let's see. The Ethereum chart looks a little too pretty, but maybe it's telling the story of what Bitcoin might be doing. So we're going to look at the Ethereum chart, look at where it might be going. Seeing if there's any help and correlation there. So yeah, what's up, S. Joe Coco? Good to see you. Welcome, Camel Tea Bag. Welcome. Glad you made it live tonight. Not watching the recording. Seth, appreciate you being here as always. All right, let's see. Silly phone. What's up, Evo? How's it going? And Keith, hey there, buddy. Good to see y'all. All right, sorry about the no sound there at the beginning, but yeah. All right, we're gonna jump into the analysis, guys. We're going to look at Bitcoin first. We're going to do some heavy analysis there. We'll look at Ethereum. We'll look at SOL, ADA. We'll look at XRP. Look at the DXY as well, the S&P traditional markets, as well as the NASDAQ. We'll put all that together with some just as much analysis as we can muster up, overall market analysis, and see where Bitcoin might be going from a wave structure standpoint. Don't forget, guys, I'm not here to give you financial advice. Just here to show you how I see the market from an Elliott Wave perspective, plus other perspectives as well. So hit the likes, guys. Let's get rocking. What's up, Kimosabi? Good to see you, man. And Crypto Boss Andrew, what's up? Good to see you as well. All right, we're going to start. We always start with Bitcoin analysis. If you make it through the analysis, I will do as many charts as I can in the last bit of the live stream, and I'll take your requests then. So, with that said, I tell you what, guys, Werner's ginger ale is actually probably the best ginger ale I've ever tasted. You ever had Werner's before? That's a Michigan thing, I believe. It's really good. It's better than Seagram's and Canada Dry. It's almost like, this is almost like cream soda ginger ale. So it's almost got a cream soda taste to it. Pretty interesting. I like it a lot. Anyway, all right. That said, let's jump into the analysis here, guys. All right. So I'm looking at the Ethereum chart, and I'm thinking, okay, there's some stuff going on in that chart that makes me think, hey, it might be pointing. We're close to the end of a wave here. Okay. So I tell you what, let me just remove everything off the chart, and I'll show you what I'm kind of seeing here. Okay, the first thing I see when I look at the Ethereum chart, just kind of peeking at it here, is I see this three-wave move right here. Okay, I see three waves there. Best I can tell, that's three. It's a W, X, and a Y. All right. Now, what we've got going on down here looks to be an A, a B wave, took the low in three waves, okay? and now a C wave. Looks like we got an ABC in. And it looks to be very close to finished. If it's not finished, it might have one more hit to the high. One more stop hunt to the high, maybe. In other words, a flat is a wave where it's a 3-3-5 wave where the second three, this is expanded, that breaks the low of the first three and gives a bit of a fake out and then jumps up, goes up pretty quickly in 5 waves. And this is a 3-3-5 expanded flat. Potential count. Now, I've seen this before, and it's, it's a fake out. They can continue taking it up. So they can fake flats or it can be a flat. So anyway, the C wave, we're looking for 5 waves. I've got 1, 2. Okay. Now the question is, what do we got here? Okay. 3. This could be wave 4. All of this right here. 4 and 5. In other words, this could be A, B, and C right there as a 3-3-5 to the downside. So that's ABC of wave 4. And then we need 5 waves in wave 5. So let's zoom in. Let's see if the wave 5 has 5 waves. Let's count them together. We got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And that could be done. It's possible. Or we're in the middle of the 4 and we're finishing up wave 5. So this is wave 4 here, and we're finishing wave 5. We've got a little bit more up to go. It's a possibility there. That's so, it's always hard to tell whether the wave is finished or not. But anyway, so there's the ETH count. Now, if that count is correct, bye-bye, guys. See you later.
See ya.
All right. Those are my friends leaving after playing board games tonight. So, had a good time. Anyway, after that flat is concerned, I would consider that a 3-wave pullback that's potentially proportional to this wave. If we pull the fibs from the top of here to the bottom of there, we've come and we've tagged the 618 retrace. It could come up into the golden zone a little bit more strongly. So this could come up a little bit higher. If it comes up, it could. But it's tagged the 618 retrace of that 3-wave move down. So that's pretty decent there. That's often a place for a reversal. So in the grand scheme of things, we zoom out again. Let's remove everything off the chart. Simplify our drawing and say, okay, what are we seeing then? Well, this would be a W wave. This flat that I just highlighted could be an X wave. We'd be looking for another Y wave to come on down, potentially. Unless this gets more complex here, in which case we get a flat working like this, and then we come down, okay? So that's another possibility, that this X wave actually gets complex, where we come back down in 3 waves. Depending on how low we come, it could go back up in 3 or 5, okay? Which could be part of a larger flat, okay? Or it's done. This is the X wave. Now we're looking for 3 waves to the downside, A, B, C. And that's going to be the B wave or an X wave of a much larger correction. Okay, zooming out just a little bit more on the daily. This is the way that wave would look. This would be an A wave, 3 waves to the upside. Now I've just highlighted the B wave, and then we'd be looking for a C wave. So this wave right here would be looking for 3 waves back down, retesting this low while everything seems bullish and everything's pumping and everybody's like, hey, we're going up, we're never going to stop. They bring it on down, take all the liquidity down here and even down here, and then they shoot it up later on next year, first quarter, second quarter, something like that. We pump from second quarter on into the elections, okay? So that's a macro look that I shared last week that correlates with. So the question I'm asking here, I don't have the answer, is the Ethereum, is that analysis correct for the Ethereum chart? Let me know in the comments if you think that's a pretty decent count, if you like the count. And if you do, just let me know in the chat there. And do you think that's telling the story for what Bitcoin's going to be doing next, because that would imply that the next move for Bitcoin, once this wave finishes, if it's not done already, is a big dumpy dump to the downside. Okay? And it's going to be a 3-wave move that's going to take the next 3 to 6 months to head on down. All right? Now, looking at the DXY, thinking about that, the dollar index, you'll notice that we have finished, if I've got it shown here, we're finished or being close to finished with a corrective flat here. Okay, we got an A, a B, and now we're waiting on this C wave to finish. Whenever that thing's really close to being done, whenever this thing finishes, okay, we're going to be looking for a pump, okay, to take us up to finish a larger flat. Okay, so we'd be looking at this as a big B, and then I'd be looking for a C wave. That's my main count for the DXY. So you'll see, what you understand is that it looks like the DXY is finishing up its flat and ready to reverse back to the upside and take the next 3 to 6 months to go up to the upside to reach target about 110, 109, 110. If that's what happens with the DXY, okay, it could take a lot longer than that. But if that's what happens with the DXY, then during the time the DXY is pumping, the S&P and the NASDAQ, Bitcoin, and the crypto market will be dumping, just like I'm showing you on the Ethereum chart. This potential move to the downside here. Now, this flat might not be finished, okay? In other words, there may be some more upside, and it could still be a flat going to higher targets, in which case we would be coming down much faster in a 5-wave move instead of a 3-wave move that I've got drawn here. If we continue over the next day or two to go up and make higher highs, retesting this high, maybe snagging some liquidity up there and getting everybody even more ultra bullish, then we could come down even faster as a 5-wave move that takes a lot less time, much like the COVID dump, for instance. If that's the case, if we continue to work our way up here, okay, so we play around here for a little bit longer, work our way up, taking out this liquidity, maybe even that high there, and then chooching on down. There you go, Seth. That was in honor of Seth. That's his word. Seth Drake's chooching. It chooches on down here, snagging this liquidity down here. Okay, this might be another play. So I'm asking the question. I don't have the answer whether the Ethereum chart is finished or not with that flat. It certainly has a plausible finish to it. Okay, it certainly has a plausible look to being done and might be telling the story. It says, hey, we might be ready for another 3 to 6 months of bearishness here to continue selling off here as everybody's bullish. They sell into the bulls right now, take out the liquidity, take the bulls out, and then later on give them the wave that they were expecting now. And it's going to go up during the election year fast and furious, and it's not going to stop. It's going to just kind of keep going, and everybody's going to be like, now we're in the bull run. And then they're going to see this and think, oh yeah, here we go. We're going. Okay? So, and then to be honest with you, I don't think we're going even after that. Excuse me, 1 second. All right, excuse me. Sometimes, guys, when I'm talking and not stopping, my throat locks up and I start to get like nauseous or something. I can't explain it. I almost want to dry heave. It's bad. It's weird. So let me just take a breath here, get some oxygen, get a drink here, see what you guys are saying in the chat so far to the information you're getting. Hey, Mr. Fairhill and Delta Pope, good to see you. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if this count is correct, but it's certainly a plausible count, guys. I wanted to at least offer it on the table. So that's Ethereum analysis there. I said I was going to start with Bitcoin, but that's going to make the Bitcoin analysis kind of simple. So let's go to Bitcoin here and say, okay, what do we got going on with Bitcoin here? All right. So now we got a bit of a correction going on here. So let's we'll see what's happening here in just a moment. Let me zoom out before I get into small time frame stuff here. On the daily. Excuse me. All right. So on the daily chart, how would the count that I just offered work with Ethereum? Well, it looks like we could have a three-wave move here. That's a zigzag that's taken out the top liquidity. Okay, it's at the 1618 retrace of the previous wave. So this would be in the zone of what we call an expanded flat. It's pretty expanded though, but we're at the 1618 playing around. This is the area we like to see reversals of the one at the 1618 retrace there. It's the area we like to see it. Okay, so how would this work? Well, we would have this as the A wave. This three-wave move would be B, and we'd be looking for a pretty powerful wave down, a C wave to the downside. Okay, so there's a potential account for you. Okay, that would be a market maker special, A, B, and C. All right. So that's a possibility. That is a real possibility. Now, let's talk about another possibility that might correlate with Ethereum a little bit better, okay? A little bit better. We have this as A, B. This could be C right here and finished. In other words, this could be a five-wave move and it's done. It's complete. It's kaput. It's done with its wave, okay? And we're getting ready to head down pretty hard. All right, let's count the waves. C wave needs 5 waves. 1, 2. Let's put 3 right here at the top here or at the top here. And then we got a complex 4 there, and then that's 5. We have 5. 5 may not be done. It may have a little bit higher to go. In other words, we may have a little bit of consolidation here and another high to make. That's a real possibility, but that might be your ABC wave right there. And instead of being an expanded flat in which we come down 5 waves, we actually now come back down in 3 waves, which is what I'm expecting to see in the Ethereum count. Remember that? Remember that this is a W and an X wave. We're looking for a Y wave that comes down in 3 waves. So that would correlate. That 3-wave move on the macro would correlate with Bitcoin's 3-wave move. Now, what I'm seeing here is that if this is a flat and it comes up here and we're close to being done with it, we get a 3-wave move. If we zoom out, look at the weekly, we said, what is that doing? It's creating a larger flat like this. So we come down in 3 waves over the next, so long. Let's see, that's 25. That actually takes us, we'd have to come down faster and a faster 3 waves. Because I'd like to see the pump happen if we get this pump I'd like to see this happening into the election year, but that may not happen. I don't know. So anyway, we get a 3-wave move here back to the upside, and this is part of a B wave or an X wave of a larger 3-wave correction. Boom, 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 right there. Okay. Now, what's that do on the macro? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. It's finished. Okay, there's 5 waves. And this is part of a large multi-year bear market, 3 waves, until once this finishes somewhere around 2029, 2030, somewhere in there, then we start accumulation phase. And we can start that in here, and we start rocking up, and that's when we start going to the moon. That's the time when Bitcoin and crypto really start to go on and make their way in the world. Okay. So that's my macro count there for Bitcoin primarily. So I'm looking for something complex here. I personally do not believe, this is my belief system, that this wave right here is going to continue to the upside, just going straight up to the moon. I don't think that's what we have in store. Is it possible? Anything is possible. They can do whatever they want to with price, right? Anything is possible. Here's the deal. Is it likely? Is it going to happen? I'm not here to say what is or isn't going to happen. I'm just showing you that, what I'm seeing in the charts here. And wave structure to me is a little bit potentially more bearish than bullish. But it could continue to pump, and we could pump this year and go straight up. Now, this move right here was our three-wave pullback, and we might continue to pump up from here. So that's got to be in your realm of possibility here, and you can place your bets and you can decide what you think. But I think that the big boys are not quite ready to go full blast with the crypto market yet. That's going to happen once the rest of the economy begins to tank and begins to crash a little bit. Okay, in other words, when our economy really begins to fall apart, when our currency begins to become more and more devalued. I don't know what the global economic and geopolitical spectrum is going to look like at that time, right? And I don't know exactly how that's going to play out, but I think something is around the bend. Something is coming. There's something brewing. There's an uncertainty, a financial uncertainty, a peacetime uncertainty going on in the world right now. And there's a lot of tension going on. The United States economy is not doing great. We're in a recession with some major inflation going on. Our currency is being devalued in front of our face with our Federal Reserve printing so many trillions of dollars, and there's just lots on the table. There's lots of bad stuff. The table is set for bad stuff coming, right? But the big boys are in for a money grab, and they're in it for the long haul. So even though it looks like it could happen tomorrow or the next day, it often takes longer than you expect, and they might need a little bit more time to prep the world and prep the stage, set the stage, let me say it that way, for CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, in which the central banks then control all the currency through a digital money. And how is our United States, and how are the people in the United States and you around the world, when are you going to accept a central bank digital currency? When they stuff it down your throat because it's required. Maybe there's economic collapse and everybody's crying to the government for help. And the government comes in and says, all right, we got your help, but it's going to cost you your freedom, your monetary, your financial freedom. We'll give you money, but it's going to be digital money. Bring in your fiat dollars. We'll trade them in for digital currency, set you up at your bank with a new digital account, and give everybody whatever they're going to have in order to move that digital central bank digital currency. And all of a sudden we've inaugurated. But I think that process, that crisis, needs to develop and cause the American people, and wherever you are in the world, maybe some real pain. Okay, because it's not until the pain is happening that we're going to really be crying to the government for help. Now, I'm hoping that that's not. I'm trying to prepare myself in other ways so that I'm not crying to the government for help. But I think that's where most of the American people are going to be. Crying to the government, looking to the government for the solution, and the government's going to come in and say, oh yeah, we got the solution, CBDCs. And so I think they're coming. I really do. I think that's what how they're going to bring them in. So looking at the chart from a macro standpoint, I see that they could kick this bull move down the road a little bit by complexing this wave to the downside, giving another 3 waves down, retesting this low, maybe even breaking this low. Okay, like so, and then going up. They could come all the way down here. I don't know where they're coming, but they could come down deep. Okay, and then it depends on how this wave comes down. Okay, but they could come down fairly deep. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, hit that low, take it out, and then take it up, get up to 55, 60K. Then you got a big old flat on your hands, boom, and then have a another crash like nobody's business. And by that time, they've got their money grabbed, they've done everything they want to do, and the world is ready. American people are ready for CBDCs. That's just just looking geopolitically at the world and saying this is kind of the way I'm thinking the market might be going. So I personally am not an ultra bull. I'm not necessarily an ultra bear. I'm about as neutral as possible right now. However, what I'm sharing with you is the idea out there that my brain gravitates to, and I'm sharing the reasons why my brain gravitates to this idea. I couple that analysis and those ideas with the NASDAQ and what I'm seeing at the NASDAQ. Okay, here's what I'm seeing on the NASDAQ for now. This right here is a pot. There's two counts for what I see happening right in here. Number one, we could have a leading diagonal off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, so this was to me a leading diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 3 waves to the upside. Boom, boom, boom to there. Okay, and now we have a 5-wave move back down. Okay. Looking for 3 waves to retest the top here, and then looking for a dump. Looking for this to tank, and to tank hard. Now, it's not going to happen in a day. This, what I've drawn for you, is the next 6 months to a year's worth of price action right there. Okay? Just all depends on how fast price moves and creates these waves. But we could get something like this, and then this, and this would be an A and a B wave. We'd be looking for a C wave, or a 1 and a 2. We'd be looking for a 3, a 4, and a 5. Get us back down to here somewhere. Okay, and then we'll be ready for all-time highs going into the elections, starting to pump all-time highs into the elections. That's a potential play. So we get a fake crash. Oh, excuse me. Get a fake crash, and then we go take the highs out. Okay, that's the NASDAQ. Looking at the S&P, looking at the same kind of count. S&P. Okay, I got 5 waves down. I got 3 waves back. I'm looking for 5 waves down. I already got an initial 5, looking for 3, and then boom, boom, boom. Something like that. Looking for 5. A, B, C. There's your wave 4 of some kind. And then we'd be looking for all-time highs after that. And this would take us in. This would be the last hurrah. The last hurrah. Notice we get a dump and then we pump. Look at Ethereum. We dump, then we pump. Bitcoin. We dump and pump. Okay? That creates the flat. Notice the DXY. We pump and then we dump. It's the opposite. The DXY does the opposite. We pump and then we dump hard. When this dumps, the rest of the markets will pump. Bitcoin and S&P, NASDAQ, all the other markets will pump when the DXY dumps. You got it? Making sense to you? It seems to me the entire market is starting to rhyme. They're starting to say, I want to do the same. Everything wants to do the same thing. And it looks prime for a dump And then the pump. Later. We get bullish, real bullish. Next year. Maybe. Maybe. It's the idea at least. That's an idea. Okay. All right, well, guys, are we arguing in the chat, guys? Let's keep it chill. That's one thing we have in our Discord, is we have nobody saying I know better than anybody else. All we have is people sharing ideas. We don't laugh at people's ideas. We don't need to laugh our asses off. Okay, that doesn't even need to be said in the chat. Okay, that just doesn't make for any kind of good conversation. Okay. So keep your comments without the arrogance, please. Share your ideas. Glad to hear your ideas. But let's keep the arrogance and the certainty out of it. Let's not joke on other people's ideas. Let's just look at the chart, guys, and let's offer our ideas without saying, hey, your idea sucks. I'm going to laugh at you about it. We just don't need to do that. We don't need to say, I've been around longer than you, and you've been around, and I've been blah, and I know this and that, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to do that, any of that stuff. We let our yes be yes, let our no be no. We simply share our ideas, and okay, as long as we're keeping it fun, as long as it's fun. I just don't want it. I just want to keep it chill. All right. Pull back to 31. Hold this, then go to 44 to 50. All right. So I've given you my macro idea. Obviously, the other idea is that we just go up from here, right? We go bull. All right. So the question is, how would the chart look if we start going bullish? So I've shown you how it could go bearish. Let's do some small time frame analysis here, okay? And see what the chart's looking like, especially here on the small time frame. Now I did a little fractal analysis here of the. Right here, this fractal analysis that I'm looking at here is from the COVID pump. After COVID, this is the pump, and this is a fractal we're looking at here. So this is back in 2020, okay, on the way up, and here's another, and this is, I was just showing my group this because, Bitcoin often rhymes and moves in the same way a lot, right? So we had 3 waves down, we had 3 waves up, 5 waves down. We got a flat right there. See it? Good. Okay, same thing. We got 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 waves down. There's a flat right there. Okay? There's a flat. Now what happened after that? Well, it appears we got some kind of a 3-wave move, okay, that took back the 786 of this move right there. Okay? Now, we didn't hit the 786 of that move. We hit the 618. Now, it may be done. It doesn't have to hit the 786. It may be finished, right? But the other possibility is that this was the first wave. Boom. And now we're getting ready to go up here. Hit this area to match this wave right there. Or the other possibility is that this was 3 waves to the upside right there. Boom. Right there. Boom. And then we got 3 waves down. Okay. Now, did we get the 3 waves down? Is it finished? I think not. I think there's a possibility here that this is only possible. I don't know if this is it or not. But this is possible that this was 3 waves down. This was 3, 3, 5. And now we're looking for 5 down. Boom. And there's boom, boom, and then we go up. Boom, like that. Okay, so that's some fractal analysis there. It's not perfect. It may fall apart. That fractal may fall apart, but that's an idea. You can take a peek at that. Let's look at this wave, see if we can make some sense of it. Let's make sense of it. My best analysis here of this is the 15-minute time frame. This is A, B, and C. There's 3 waves. I think that's pretty clear, pretty plain. Okay, we got another. I think we got another ABC here. We got a leading diag, 3 waves there. Okay, then we got a flat right here. There's your B, and we got 5 waves. So we got 5, 3, 5 there in the middle. Okay, and then I think we got 5 waves. So we got 3 down, 3 up. I think we got 5 down here, maybe. There it is. So there is a potentially finished 3-wave move right there, which may be pointing to the fact that now we're going up. Now we go up. There's a couple of ways to look at what we're looking at right here, okay? A couple of ways to look at it. Number 1, this was an A wave right here to here. Now we got a B wave to there. This pump and this dump here has given us the beginning of a C wave that we're getting ready to go up there. So we're coming back down here. We're going to play around, probably stay in this zone here, and then start working our way up to take the highs out again. So that means we got 3, and then this is 3. We're going to start 3-waving to death. The market's just going to 3-wave us up. This could be part of an ending diagonal. Instead of having this as 3 waves, we could be part of having an ending diagonal right now, in which we got A, B, C. There's your wave 4. And now maybe we're doing an ending diag. There's 1. There's 2. We're getting ready to make 3, 4, and 5. That this is going to work its way up here. Take out this high. Come back down in 3 waves. And then go up again in 3 waves. And that'll give us an ending diag. 5 waves to the end. And that might finish this wave out. We just kind of go take the high, and an ending diag. And that finishes this move to the upside. And then we would have 1, 2. This would be 3. We already got 4. Be looking for 5. Or you want to get a little bit more bullish than that. This is a 1, 2. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. That's how we get up here to 40K range. And there's the end of an A, B, and a C right there. We kind of finish this out correctively. Pumping to the upside, making a 4, 5, 4, 5 because we got a 1, 2, 1, 2 on the bottom. That's a real plausibility as well. Let's do a little work on that 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so when we have a 1, 2, 1, 2, the second 1, 2 is the 1, 2 of the third wave. Okay, so let's start here. 1, 2. We're going to call this wave 3. All of this wave 4, we're in the middle of wave 5. Okay, and all of that is 5 waves of wave 3. So we're going to say, okay, 1, 2. All of this is 3. We get another wave 4 that's bigger and badder. And then we get a pump up to wave 5. So we're going to be staying in this range a little while until we finish it up with our final pump. All right, so we zoom out just a little bit. That's how we finish. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay. And that would be the fifth wave, an extended wave of A, B, C, potentially. And there's your A wave of a larger correction. We get a B wave back down in 3 waves, and then we get C waves later on. Later on is the bull run, a big bull run that you're going to want to be a part of if you get it. Okay, give me one more second here. Excuse me one second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not feeling super well tonight for some reason. Not feeling that great at all. All right, there we go. Okay, so those are some ideas there. So doing some small time frame analysis, just looking at this current wave pattern. Zoom in now and just kind of look what could be going on right in here, this very, very small. Now, what I'm about to do here, this is just some ideas, okay? I don't know what's happening here. I don't have knowledge of, I'm not going to pretend to know where the market's going to go and how it's going to go down. However, we can get some ideas. Right now, just looking at this, this looks very three-wave-ish, but it's a little too pretty. A little too pretty. I think there's a plausible and possible idea here that this actually right here is 3, 3, 5. And that would be a super interesting part of a 3-wave, A, B, and now we're in the middle of a C wave to the downside. So that's an idea there. It's not a bad idea. We come down, retest this area, take out all this liquidity. You might say they already did that. They already took the liquidity down here. It might be a double dip down here. Okay. And then run it up here pretty quickly. Oh, excuse me. Well, that would be a nice fake out, for people looking for a downside move. Because we did come back to the 618 retrace. We came back and tagged the 618 retrace of this move to the downside. And so one might look at this and say, okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 3-wave pullback. A, B, and C. Shoot, you got could say A, B, C. Or this could be A, B, C. But this came and ticked that high. So I don't like that. It's, yeah. This could be A. That could be B. And now we're in the middle of C. And C's going to be 5 waves. So we got a 1 already. We're in the middle of 2 right now. Finishing up. We get 3, 4, and 5. We start to get bullish right here. Going up tonight. We work our way up. Take out this high in 5 waves. And that could be ABC. That could be, excuse me, 1, 2. We could get a 3, 4, 5. It could go up even higher than that and finish. Any number of things that can go on there. I'm looking at that for some other ideas. I really kind of like this idea, to be honest with you. I kind of like this as A, then this being a flat B to there, and now we're in the middle of C. That would be unexpected, I believe, for most people. Well, excuse me. So I kind of like that, and then we go up from there. Let me look at Ethereum here. 5-minute time frame. Three, 3, 5. This didn't take the top out. We need this to ideally go up and take the top out. There's a real chance that's done too. Now, what if BTC's finished? What if we're done to the upside? It finished. How would we count it if it's done? I don't know. I'm not seeing a finished count. I was thinking maybe a triangle. But right here is where the triangle broke down. I think the triangle broke down there. All right, what are you guys saying in the chat here, guys? What are you guys saying? Hey, Marie, what's up? Glad you're here for Sunday Night Charts. All right, so Chemo, how would Bitcoin achieve 100,000 within 6 months? Well, you know I'm not a believer in that, but since you are, yeah, this would have to probably spend a little bit more time in correction. We'd probably, so in order to go up to 100K, we'd have to watch the RSI a little bit, right? So this would have to spend a little bit more time in correction. Boom. Go up, pull back, boom, and then start going. It would have to start going straight up. like this wave here. And basically what you've got then is a wave 1 and a wave 2. And now you'd be in a wave 3. To remotely get close to 100K in 6 months. But I don't think it's plausible to do it in 6 months. Maybe in the next year, year and a half, maybe, if it stays a bull run. But 6 months, that seems a little unrealistic to me. What I've just drawn for you right there takes us right here. This takes us into May of 2024. So that would be about 6 months from now. But we still have to have a wave 4. And that would take a long time to develop. That would take months in and of itself, a wave 4, before we went up for the final wave. Well, from the breakout November of 2020 to April of 2021, yeah, it would have to go straight up, man. It would have to. Okay, let's look at Sol here. Just kind of get some correlation analysis here. Sol's kind of broken out of this channel here to the upside. That's pretty interesting. So that is an argument for you, Chemo, and say, hey, Sol broke out. It needs a bit of a correction, maybe a retest of the breakout, and then up we go. So that's an argument that says, hey, it's time to go up. Yeah, it's got to be on the table, doesn't it, man? Because I mean, we know that crypto can go straight up. You know, like Solana has gone straight up here. You know, it's a potential, right? It's possible. Yeah, so where's Solana going? Right now, we're finding some resistance here at the tops of these waves right now. So there's going to be some resistance there, and then after that area, you know, there's really not a whole lot of resistance until 77. You got kind of a single print almost at $77. The wave structure here looks like a 1-2-1-2. Now, there's a possibility that this is a real trashy three-wave move. Let me show you the trashy three-wave move. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Here it is. A wave is 3 right there. Then you got a flat B wave there, and that's C. And that's a real trashy wave. Okay? That's an ABC. And then so that would be the A wave. All of that's ABC, B, and we got a C wave, and all that is a three-wave correction that is ready, that the market is ready to come on down with now. Take out the low. Take out Solana's bullish people here, and then we go down. Okay, so that's a trash count. The non-trashy count, 1 2 1 2. We continue pumping. It's bull. It's bull. We got a bull count. But notice this, guys. I mean, I think this is a plausible count that you got 3 3 5 right there. That's a flat, and that's a B wave. There's A, there's B, there's C. 3 3 5. 1 2 3 4. Maybe one more hit to the high, 5, and we're done. Okay. ADA. ADA has not done what I've expected it to do. ADA has been a bear, a thorn in my side. As far as the count is concerned, we have broken up. It has broken structure to the upside in price. However, the daily has some major hidden bearish divergence on the chart. This might be coming back down. So if that hidden bear is correct, this might be pointing to a downside here. There is difficulty here understanding this wave structure. Whoa, I'm not feeling well tonight. My eyes are crossing right now. Whew, tired. Okay, so I may not have much more in me tonight. Now, we could be in some kind of a weird sideways 3-wave move here. Where this right here is boom. This is 3 waves right there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. A, B, C. Dump, pump. The charts are rhyming if that's the case, if that's the right count there. All right, there's hidden bear on this chart as well. Check it out right there, hidden bear. That's the daily. ADA has hidden bear on the daily chart. Now, if they keep pumping it, it could take out that hidden bear, but it would create a hidden bear here. All right, that's ADA. XRP. XRP's coming to a 3-wave retrace of this move here. Pull the fibs. Boom. There it is. We're at the 50, guys. It's only the 50 retrace of that move. Is this going to keep pumping up to the 618? It all depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin consolidates in this area and then makes another high, which I've drawn for you guys in just a minute ago, on the small time frame, we could go and take the highs out in a diagonal or something like that. Then XRP could still also continue to pump to the upside, okay? And it could keep going. So this could be some kind of very large ABC getting up here to the golden zone. You're going to find rejection there. There'll be a major news event with XRP there. All right. So that's XRP. That's 3 waves up, looking for a down move. I think that's clear. I mean, look at the 12-hour chart, guys. Look at the hidden bearish divergence on the 12-hour. Look at on the daily. Yeah, hidden bear on the daily as well. Guys, the bear's strong here. It is. Now, it could still pump a little bit. I'm not saying the top is definitely in, but there are some signs here saying, hey, there's some bearishness on the horizon, even if it's just a larger correction. So, if the current move that's going on is a larger correction. Okay. So I've kind of gone through the DXY, told you what I'm expecting. I'm expecting it to pump up to 110 at some point once this wave is finished. So looking for a pump in the DXY and then a dump, while I'm looking for a dump in the major markets on the higher time frame. A dump in the major markets. Okay, and then a pump. S&P, NASDAQ. Okay. I'm getting a bunch of messages in. Sorry about that. All right. All right, I'm going to give you guys the last word. I'm pretty excited not excited. I'm pretty exhausted, I should say. My brain's not functioning right. Not feeling well. I may even have a fever. I'm not sure. So, anyway. Keith, let me take a... well, I don't know if XRP is done. I'm just telling you, it's got a 3-wave look to it, Joel. It's hard. It's hard to tell the exact top, man. What is DYDX? I don't even know what that is, but I'll look at it for you. And Keith, I'll look at a link for you. Everybody else, throw your requests in the chat. I'll do my best. But guys, I'm pretty exhausted. It's going to be very quick analysis. And I think I've shared most of my ideas up to this point. What to watch out for. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. DYDX market cap. That's a crypto cap. Okay. I mean, you know, brother, if you ask me, it looks like this needs a little bit more high here. Okay, it needs to pump a little bit more, right? ABC, down. If you ask me, that's the way it looks. So that right there is supporting my dump idea, where we have a dump and then a pump. So DYDX is supporting my very count, Mr. Fairhill. Sorry, guys. That's a nice looking chart there. And it seems to be saying, got a little bit more high to go. A little bit more high. It's not quite ready. Let's see if that finish. Something like that. A, B, C. Looks good. That looks decent. Is that what you're seeing there, Mr. Fairhill? What do you think? I get frustrated, guys, when y'all aren't clear with your chart names, and then I do analysis on the wrong pair. It makes me feel stupid, and makes me look dumb. So if you guys could take some care and put your chart names down clearly, I want to know the exact pair you want to see. That would help me out, please, because I feel like an idiot. I just gave all this analysis for something you didn't want. It's kind of frustrating. Yeah, it looks like it needs another high to finish out. But you got 3 down, you got 3 up, looking for a down move after that. That looks like a big flat. So this looks like it's got more on the table. It looks like it's got more upside. Best I can tell, that's got a little bit more up. It's got more up to go. Got some pumping to do. Yeah, watch 285 to 37. Watch 285 to 340, man, as for a top in this. So 278, I would say, to 340, 3 down, 3 up, 5 down. Let's go. What's the other count there? The only other count is for this, and it doesn't appear plausible to me, is here's another count for you. What if you get this move right here? Well, we don't go up that high at all. We actually just take the top, maybe 280, 285, and then we come down in 3, take that low out, and this is a big boom, and then we go to the moon. So we don't really make really high targets. 270, 280 maybe. Finish this out, 3 waves down. Boom. So that's an idea on the table. Sure. Okay, let's look at Link. Throw your requests down if you want to see them. Here's the Link USD chart. Link has been a thorn in my side, guys. I'll be honest with you. I've not understood the Link chart. Normally, I'd be looking for 5 waves here. Okay. Normally, I'd be looking for 5. We got 3 up, 3 down, looking for 5 up. There's a possibility there. So we got this finishing out. Boom. So somewhere around 15, 16 bucks. It's going to take time to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. It seems that Link might be telling the story. I don't know. Another possibility is that we had a triangle right here. This was a triangle. And once it finished, it broke down. That was wave 5 right there. Boom, done. And that finished a move. A, B, C, D, E, done. Finished it. And now we got A, B, C. If that's the case, we get 3 waves down. And then we go up. So that might be how Link is correlating with what I'm seeing in Bitcoin. That this was a triangle. This was the end of the wave right here when it took the lows. And this began a 3-wave move to the upside. 3 waves. It's almost finished if it's not done already. looking for a 3-wave pullback, retesting the lows before we get a big move to the upside later, and that's a dump and a pump. Same way I'm looking for Bitcoin. So there's a way, Keith, that's a correlation with what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart potentially. So that might be how that plays. So looking at this A, B, and then C, we got 1, 2. This could be 1, 2. That could be, all of this could be 3. We get wave 4, and then we get one more pump. So in other words, we may have a wave 4 to finish, and then a wave 5 to go to finish that out. And that would be an A, B, C. And that's assuming that this, all of this right here was a triangle. Not a giant fan of that, but that might be the way to interpret this. We got A, B, yeah, I'm not seeing a great count there for a triangle. Let me try that again. We got A, B, C, D, and E. Otherwise, it's a 3. It's an ABC. We got some kind of A, B, and we're getting C. And we still need to go up for 5. We need to finish 5 waves. So we play around a little bit more and have more up to go. So that might be what Link is doing there. That's challenging wave. I'm really struggling with it, but it looks like there's some more complexity that needs to happen here and more upside to come. But it's not going to happen this week. It's going to take weeks to play out. All right, guys, there it is. There's Sunday Night Charts. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hit the likes. Let everybody know you like the stream. Let YouTube know you like the stream. Thanks, Mr. Zupev. LTC. Let me look at Litecoin. I think that's a dead project. Personally, I think LTC is eventually going to die. But for now, since it hasn't died, I'll look at it. I used to be an LTC lover. That was what I started charting every day, as well as Bitcoin, but now not so much anymore. I was actually quite bullish in here on Bitcoin in here, but I didn't get the wave structure I was looking for. In fact, it's kind of made a flat on us. A, B, C. There's a B wave. The way this looks, it's A, B, and then C. And this is wave 4 right here, guys. What's happening is wave 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 5 now. And that's a flat. A, B, C. A, B, C. We need to come down, take the lows out. Boom. So this chart, again, Litecoin is saying dump and then pump. That's what I see there in Litecoin, if I'm counting those waves correctly. The question is this wave 4 finished? Is that correct analysis, A, B, and C? And are we done with that C wave? Or is there more up to come? And there may be more up to come. I don't know. But there's a chance, guys, that we've already topped. Slight chance. But I kind of see us going up more. But there's going to be some shenanigans happening, guys. We're going to push up a little bit more, get the rest of the market bullish, and this is going to come down fast and hard. Potentially. This dump, I'm seeing on almost every chart, a dump and a pump, dump and a pump, dump and a pump. It's just I kind of see it over and over, and it's just starting to rhyme, and it's starting to just get ingrained in my mind. I hope I'm not, just seeing what I want to see. I'm trying not to, but that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it right now. So I would watch for this, and I would be, if this low breaks here, if this breaks here on Litecoin, I would be out of Litecoin. Because it's probably going to come down five hard waves very quickly. But as long as we keep pumping here, you can hold whatever you got. All right, with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu, adieu, adieu. Hope you guys have a great night. That's my favorite idea there. I don't own Litecoin, by the way. Obviously it could keep pumping to the upside, and I could be wrong with my analysis. My wave count could be incorrect, the way I've interpreted these waves. But it seems to me that that's a pretty plausible explanation, especially when you have the hidden bearish divergence that I'm seeing between wave 1 and wave 4. Okay, that means we look for another move to the downside. So. All right, guys, y'all have a grand evening. Have a great night. You guys behave yourselves. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to call it a night. I hope that analysis has helped you. Remember, it's up or down as always. I don't know the future. All I do is look at wave structure and take a guess at where things might be heading. So take that with a grain of salt. You guys have a fantastic evening. Thanks, Chemo, for being here as always with your good ideas. Hope everybody else has a fantastic evening. I hope you behave yourself. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. See you, Chris Huffman.